Welcome, everyone, to the latest episode of Geeks of the Roundtable. My name is Ren, and of course, I'm not alone today. I have my co-host with me, Mr. Zach Pope. How are you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm happy that your computer's working today, so we can do this podcast. I was kind of worried this week. I'm like, hopefully we can do it without it having mess ups.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad. At least right now, at this very moment, it's working. No delays on your sound on my end and the other way around. By the way, this is our 20th episode, so we're here. Yeah, we're down to 20.
Technically, we've done this for 20 weeks so far, then, because I know we took 1 week off, maybe 2 weeks off, but
yeah,
20. So that's crazy.
Yeah, in the beginning, we weren't doing this like week to week. I think for like the first month, we were doing this like every 2 weeks. Right? Yeah, every other week. Yeah. But anyway, 20. We're here, and I think you got some news to talk about off the top.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Guys, big news. Darth Maul is being reported to appear in not just one, but multiple live-action Star Wars projects. So people who don't know this, Darth Maul is currently my favorite Star Wars character of all time. But Ahsoka's kind of hinging right there, to be honest with you.
Wow.
So is kind of Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, of course. But I love Darth Maul because of what they did with him in Clone Wars. A lot of you guys if you've never seen Clone Wars or Rebels or anything else other than the Phantom Menace and you don't know anything about Darth Maul, there's a lot more to know. I would totally get if you're a fucking idiot, Zach, if you love Darth Maul that much just because of one scene. No. This guy, I think what they've done with him character development wise has been insanely great. And for this, here are the projects that are projected to go onto Disney Plus. So it's projected to be his own show, which he will be the main character alongside Kira coming back to play Emilia Clarke. Now, this makes sense. The second I heard the Lando stuff, I said, okay, Kira's coming back in some way, shape, or form. You can't just have that. Also, wouldn't be surprised if Alden shows up. Alden, I think I really like Solo, but I think Solo would have worked better if Lando was the main character and Alden just was a side character in it. I think more people would have kind of dug that, but still, I think Kira and Alden will be in that show. I wouldn't be surprised if Darth Maul also shows up in that show, but he will be getting his own show apparently. There's rumors that he could possibly show up in Cassian Andor show, which okay, that kind of gets me more excited about that because that's kind of the show I'm like kind of excited about, kind of not. I need to see where it goes. There's also rumors he'll be in flashbacks for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which makes sense. Apparently because Hayden Christensen's also supposed to be in that show as well, which I don't know how to feel about that one. But still,
I don't like that one.
Really, so there's a little plot line that they could have done, and I think he will be as Darth Vader. I think we will see Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi together. I think there's a little bit of a timeline where you could see that potentially because of some of the lines they throw out, but still, nonetheless, I'm just excited, Ren. Darth Maul is coming back in live action form this time. I was worried when this came up. I'm like, God, it's going to be like the Bad Batch or something, which again, I wouldn't have been mad about, but this is a character that I think I'm not shook that they're doing this. I think Solo has definitely grown its fan base over the last 2 years, especially. If you look at the streaming numbers for that film, it is absolutely insane how much that film has been streamed. And besides that, I also think that not just giant Star Wars fans don't love that film, but casual ones do. Everyone I know that doesn't love Star Wars loves Solo. And I think this is it's a very smart idea. And I absolutely am very excited to see what they can possibly do with this. In general, I'm just excited for more Star Wars content since we will talk about it, but we're not getting another movie till 2023, 2024 at this point. So I want as much Star Wars content. So if we're getting The Mandalorian Season 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Cassian, a Darth Maul show with the Crimson Dawn, Lando, I'm sold.
Yeah, man, sounds good. I can't wait to see. He's not my favorite personally, but I love Darth Maul as well. I love what they did with him in the latest season of Clone Wars. In Clone Wars in general, I love the comic books of Maul. It's just a great character. Can't wait to see more of him. And honestly, my favorite character of Solo is Kira, so I do hope we see her as well.
I agree.
I'd give her her own show. No joke. I'd give her her own show. After the events of Solo, she's working for Maul. That's a show I'd love to see. I'll tell you that much. All right, let's start with our
I'm with
main topics today, ladies and gentlemen. Not such good news to kick this off. There is a rumor, and you know to mention more names than I do on this, Zach, but there's a rumor that Disney is considering, and again, it's just a rumor, nothing's confirmed, but there's a rumor that Disney is considering skipping on the theatrical release of Soul and putting it directly on Disney Plus. This is an extremely important Pixar film. It looks like an amazing Pixar film. It's the first Pixar film with a black lead, which is awesome. I will hate to see this happen if it does happen. What do you think, Zach?
If this happens, I'll be pissed. I mean, I'm going to watch the film to support it.
Well, of course.
But that doesn't make me happy. And it's not because, and I told you this yesterday, you know, I would rather them honestly push every film back, even if I can't see half the films next year, like Batman and stuff. If you got to push those back again, that's fine. At this point, honestly, I wouldn't even be shocked if the Batman's pushed back again. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if half the films from next year are pushed back, besides, like, say, anything that was already supposed to come out this year. So at this point, just push it back. This year's canceled. We'll talk about more of the delays and stuff, but I don't know why Dune's still here. I don't get it. And you know what? That breaks my heart.
It's to give us hope.
It's to give us hope, but I don't get why Dune's still there. I really don't. I don't understand why. There's a couple films I just don't. Really, there's nothing left, Ren. There's Wonder Woman, Black Widow, No Time to Die, which that'll get moved any second now. That film's
I believe so.
And there's just nothing. There's nothing. So Soul, I understand. And let me put this. I can see the pros. I can see why they're going to put it on Disney Plus. I totally see why. I totally get it. I understand why they would do that, because yes, Disney Plus, they need content. They really, really, really need content. But I'm going to tell you this. They should put Mulan on there. But honestly, even before Mulan, they should put Black Widow on there. And I know people are going to be like, well, I want to see Black Widow. I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to two different types of cultures, Mulan and Soul, they have never been seen on the big screen before. Well, they have, but not in this capacity. This is the first African-American lead for a Pixar film. When you look at Mulan, it's the first female-directed film for a Disney live action. It's the biggest budgeted female-directed film of all time, as well as just the culture being involved in that film. And yes, I'm not a giant fan of Disney live-action films, and at first I was like, hey, throw Mulan. But at this point in time, Black Widow is a film that no matter what it does, no matter where it goes, it's going to make a fuck ton of movies, streams, VOD, whatever. Soul will not, and I would even argue Mulan will not. They'll make money. Definitely. They'll make money VOD. But I don't think they would make as much as Black Widow. You could even make Black Widow $30, and people would go to it. People would stream it. People would, even if it's on there. And my thing for Black Widow is it just seems like a movie that's like, hey, it's going to add a little bit of stuff to the Black Widow character. It's going to do a little bit of stuff here, but there's not going to be much surprises. You know, at this point in time, I do not see me being shocked by that film. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be like Winter Soldier level, actually, to be honest with you. But I don't see it being like, oh my God, that's so shocking. Because really, in all actuality, how shocking can her story be?
Yeah. The one thing I can see being shocking is, I'm not saying it will be, but the one thing I can see possibly being shocking is the reveal of who is Taskmaster. I mean, we all have our theories, and I'm not saying it's not going to be one of those theories, but that's the one thing that in all the multiverse, there's a possibility that could be shocking.
Yeah, I agree. But for me, I think that character is going to be Florence Pugh. She's the only character in all the. She's the only character in all the trailers that has never been seen fighting him. Every other character has a scene fighting. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they did this, where all those female Black Widows are all Taskmaster. They've all become Taskmaster at one point in time.
That would be interesting too. I don't dislike that, but depends on execution again. But I do think if it is like the Elena, the Florence Pugh character, I don't know how underwhelming it is to. I mean, she can't die because she's picking up the symbolic mantle. From
I
Black
will say
Widow.
this though, that I know they keep saying that, but part of me still doesn't believe that. I don't know. I just see Florence Pugh and I'm like, I don't believe you. And I know it's kind of hard right now because I do think that's the one piece of Black Widow that they're trying to keep so under wraps, which it's so fucking obvious at this point. But I think they're trying to keep it under wraps because she's probably going to be in a project very soon. To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if she was in a Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Wow.
I wouldn't be shocked if she was. I wouldn't be shocked if she was showing up in there. I wouldn't be shocked if she's shown up in one of at least the Disney Plus shows as a cameo, like one of those more grounded shows. But
Hawkeye is a possibility.
Hawkeye is a major possibility. And that's my thing, because if anyone knew that she had a sister, it would be Hawkeye.
Exactly.
Jeremy Renner's character, which no one's talked about. Haley Steinfeld's not up for Kate Bishop anymore.
Oh, she's not? Okay.
No, that fell through. But there's rumors that girl who's going to be in West Side Story is up for it, and I kind of like that.
I don't remember who it is.
It's the one who sang that "Shallow" song on stage and went viral. But I
haven't seen it.
Remind me, and I'll try and find the clip. But
okay.
I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but I'm really excited to see. I would really like that. She actually tweeted out, she goes, "Hey, that artwork looks just like me. I would love to play Kate Bishop." And I'm like, nice. Hey, if Steven Spielberg picked you, I mean, I can trust him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely, I at this point just put Black Widow on there. I think that would actually kill it more than Soul or Mulan. That would probably even get you more subscribers, to be completely honest.
100%.
Like my friend, he does not have Disney Plus. But if he was told that between all three of these films, which one would make him get a subscription, it'd be Black Widow. It would 100% be Black Widow. It wouldn't be Soul. It wouldn't be Mulan. He's excited for those, but I can tell you not. He ain't spending money on those. So it's an interesting time, but yeah, I mean, it's an unpopular opinion, but I at this point, I think a lot of these films got to go to streaming too. I think Black Widow's a big one, and I'm going to tell you right now, Ren, and I don't want to say this. I have a feeling, and this is a gut feeling that I got right before we started the show. I have a feeling Dune's going to go to HBO Max as a show.
Oh, no, don't do that. No,
I don't want it. But can I just tell you how? I think they'll do it in hour increments, because it's rumored to be almost a 3-hour film. So
I know, but don't do that. Oh God.
And they want a Dune show on there. I know. But if it for me at this point, where the fuck do you put Dune out if it can't come in December? You know what I mean? Where do you put it at?
Dude, I know this one has hurt me in the past to even hear more so say, but delay it a year. I'd rather you delay it an entire year than putting it on HBO Max. You know what's funny?
At this point in time, if they delay it a year, it's going up against Spider-Man.
Now. Well, fuck Spider-Man.
And I don't know. I'll be honest. And I'll be honest. Also, Outer Banks just got renewed for season 2. Hell yes.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know it's a show on Netflix.
It's a very cheesy Netflix show, but I'm so for this. I'm so for this.
All right. As far as Soul, possibly going directly to Disney Plus, are you nodding it or throwing it in the dungeon? Rhetorical question, because I know the answer. Yeah,
I mean, I'm really excited for this movie, but at the same time,
for sure,
I'm just sad. Like, again, if it goes on Disney Plus, I'll be disappointed. But I saw another person. I was talking to someone, and they were like, "Well, I don't, it's probably like way lower budget than Mulan and Black Widow." No, it's the same amount of money. It's literally the same amount of money. It doesn't matter at this point. And to be honest, I think Soul would have made more money than Mulan. To be completely honest with you.
In the US, I agree. But only in the US.
Oh, yeah. For
sure.
Yeah. But I think overall, Soul could have potentially hit $1 billion. In a good year, it would have hit $1 billion. And that's why at this point, and I also want to say this. I know a lot of people are like, well, no matter what, like, even if movie theaters were open, people wouldn't be going. I'll tell you this right now. I work in retail. People would absolutely be going to the movie theaters. I don't care what you say. People will be going to the movie theaters. Yes, they'll be cautious people. But working in retail and seeing how over 1,000 customers come in on a daily basis, I mean, a daily basis, we hit capacity so fast. And also that line, like our line, like for the customers is usually like a 30-minute wait to check out.
Jesus
People
Christ.
would absolutely go and see a movie. It's just the honest truth. Like I would go and see a movie with a mask, with the precautionaries that I need to, but so would other people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. And speaking of that, let's talk about how Disney and so many others have just delayed even more movies. Some indefinitely, some to 2021. Top Gun Maverick is coming out on July 2nd, 2021. Quiet Place Part 2 has been delayed to 2021.
No, I thought of you right when I saw that got delayed. Right?
I know you did.
At this point, I feel more bad for you.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I have a favorite movie of 2021, though.
To be honest, at this point, like I'm just tempted to ask you like what happens in it because I don't give a shit at this point.
I can just send you my review. No spoilers, of course.
Can you tell me real fast? And obviously, is there like a big stuff that happens in it, like where you're like, holy shit, or is it like the bait? Because I'll be honest, I really like the trailers, but it does seem like a basic overall story, and I can kind of get where it's going in there. And I'm just curious, is it like an act? Like, is there surprising stuff in there, like the first one?
I don't know. I'm scared of answering this either way.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
It's a very important movie. I'll tell you that. It's a very important movie. And yes, and if you thought Millicent Simmons, who plays the daughter in the first one, was good, holy shit, you have no idea.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay, so I shouldn't be spoiled at all. That's what you're telling me.
No, don't be spoiled. Don't be spoiled whatsoever.
Okay. I know there's spoilers going around for that film and Bond, dude. Like half the plots
I know
for
about
Bond.
Yeah, I know about the ones for Bond. I haven't seen it, but I know that they're like out there.
I know Griffin got spoiled, and I was like,
I thought it sucks. I mean, him of all people to get spoiled for this movie, it's horrible. He didn't deserve that whatsoever.
No, not at all. But yeah, I was disappointed with that film.
Did A Quiet Place Part 2 get a new date or just April? Mulan has been delayed indefinitely. The Star Wars movies have been delayed to be honest, exactly 1 year.
And let's say this real fast. Mulan and Tenet, those films have been indefinitely because they're trying to figure out if they can do them this year. That's the honest truth. If anything happens, Tenet goes out in December. That's just the truth. Tenet will go out in December if they really need to. But at this point, like seeing, and I think I will also say this: a lot of people, like Top Gun and A Quiet Place, got pushed back. And I was reading this guy who's doing a thing about it. He goes, the reason they got pushed back is because it's Paramount. Paramount cannot lose any money this year. If they have big money makers, they need to push them back and make the most amount of money possible. That's why they've sold so many films to Netflix, actually, and other studios. Wow. So that's why. And also, a lot of people are not talking about this. Sonic the Hedgehog officially has a release date for its sequel, 2022.
I saw that.
Which no one talks about. And I was like, that's cool. I'm glad they are doing the sequel officially. And I'm really excited to see what they can do. Guaranteed the budget gets way bigger. Guarantee we see Knuckles, obviously Tails, but you know what I mean. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, same. Which one of, by the way, Tenet specifically, I think it's getting released internationally first. I think they're looking at that, and I think that it is possible. I'm not saying everywhere, but I think the UK is a good possibility.
Can I say what I think they should do? If a movie theater is open, just release it. Even in the United States, I really think that. Like, if LA and New York aren't open, just fucking release it. Because I just think that's your way of getting the most amount of people in the theater. Or I know you don't want to hear that. I know people do not want to get the most amount of people. But truthfully, that's how it goes. Because if it releases over there, it's going to get pirated. It's going to get all that. You're automatically going to lose money in the United States because there are people who do that. But if you release it in the States, and I know this is something very weird that no one's ever dealt with, but I even know in Europe and other countries, there are still they're not called states, are they? But
no, it's countries.
So countries, but there are countries who movie theaters are still closed. China is a big one of that. But say a certain, city near it is allowed to open its, China's a completely different term, but a completely different country kind of has that, but different states in there are allowed to open back up movie theaters. I think for them, the smartest thing is to maybe start looking at a different way of marketing. Maybe, hey, your state is reopening. Tenet is coming to theaters. That is something really weird to look at, but it's something at this point in time, that's something that they do need to look at. I wish I worked for marketing for Warner Brothers, because that's something I would really put out, is that this is something new that we do need to try and establish. And if any big film is going to be that, it's Tenet. You don't risk it with Dune. You definitely don't risk it with Wonder Woman. Tenet is not going to get sequels. That is the complete truth. It's not. But you can do certain films with it and still try and at least get a profit to it. I saw the 800 million thing. That's bullshit. It's at least 500 to 600 to crack even. That's just the truth. There's no way it's 800. That's way too insane, even for a Christopher Nolan film and a Warner Brothers. I know they love him, but they knew this film was not going to make. It would make at least $1 billion, but I think that's something that they need to look at now, is potentially opening it in certain districts.
Yeah, I agree. Release Tenet in Portugal. That's all I care about. And I'll rub it in Zach's face.
I know. I will. You think I'm joking. I will go to the nearest place near me that is fucking open to go see this.
By the way, remember how you... Until the last episode, I used to say I'm going to see Inception because it's being released the week before Tenet. It's not anymore. It hasn't come out this week. But Interstellar and Dunkirk are still playing.
Ooh,
so if I don't get... I don't need to see Dunkirk. I mean, not that I don't love it. I love it. It's probably my second or third favorite Nolan movie.
Really? It's like my favorite.
Yeah. But I was so looking forward to Inception.
The 31st now? I think Inception got pushed to the 31st.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I could be wrong, but that's what I thought.
Maybe you're right. I'll go check in after that. I don't want to open more pages in case I go slow yet again. Okay, so now kind of good news, because I'm guessing I wouldn't have been able to see this movie in any way, shape, or form if it was only released in theaters, because I got to tell you, I don't see my country releasing this movie, unfortunately. But Bill and Ted... sorry, before we move on. By the way, what are we doing with these delays? Are we hiding it? Dungeon. Yeah, Dungeon. Unanimous.
I mean, again, and we get why they're getting pushed back. We totally get it. Yes. And, is that all the films that got pushed back? Oh, Avatar. We didn't.
The Avatar sequels got pushed back. So the Star Wars movies.
Star Wars got pushed back. Avatar got pushed back. And I think, I saw a lot of people like, oh my God, it's taking forever to get these Avatar films. Don't fucking fail James Cameron, man. Maybe I'll eat my words, but every time the guy's done a sequel, it's better than the first in tremendous ways.
To be fair, though, he's only done 2.
Yeah, but I'm ready to say that Avatar 2 will absolutely be one of the best films I think this film will transcend filmmaking to a different level. I think the first one, but visual effects wise, changed everything. I think this one will do the exact same. Yeah. But I also, because that first movie, the CGI still holds up. And it's been 12, 15 years since the last one?
No, 11.
Oh, okay. Feels like 30. But I am really excited for Avatar 2. And, if we have to wait, we have to wait. It's not like we've gotten a trailer for this thing, It's not like we've really gotten anything for it. So there are tons of people who don't even know about this. It's just us film geeks who are like, oh my God, come on. And then the other thing is Spider-Man got delayed to Christmas. And things like, for me, that just seems like they're just trying to keep it in 2021 at this point. But I'm going to be honest with you, Ren. I hope it's Christmas themed.
Oh, that'd be good.
I also...
Spider-Man Home for Christmas?
Home for the holidays.
Home for the holidays, yeah.
But I also want to say this. I think this is actually a really smart idea. Even though I don't like a Spider-Man film coming out during Christmas, I just think that's weird. I'm always used to the summertime. It's a July film.
Spider-Verse came out.
Yeah, and that's my thing. But a live-action Spider-Man coming out the same week that almost any film that has come out in that week lately, Aquaman, Star Wars, they've all made $1 billion. Spider-Man's going to make a fuck ton of money. And that's why they moved it there, because they saw, hey, Avatar's not coming out. Yeah. Let's move it there. Let's not even worry about having to push it the whole year. Yeah.
And it's Spider-Man.
So I'm really excited. At first I was like, don't rush it. I don't think they're rushing it. I think they were more just smart on it. Like, hey, this will give us all the time, because at this point in time, I'm sure they have the cast done. I'm sure they have the script done. To be honest, I'm sure a lot of the casting is done, like especially who's the villain, who's the new characters. And I'm sure they're probably going to go in the table reads once Uncharted's done, or even maybe a little bit before that. So who knows what they're going to do with that, but definitely it's very interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. All right. Before we move on to the next topic, let me shout out Geekly Gods, who is here watching us, and he's got us on the TV, dude.
Ooh.
This is awesome. I made it to a TV. Throw us a picture on Twitter, man. Tag us. I want to see that. I made it to TV. I can say, Mom, I'm on TV. Finally.
Yes.
All right. Our next topic, Bill and Ted 3. Bill and Ted Face the Music. It's been delayed just a little bit from August something to September 1st. And it's coming out simultaneously on some theaters, some drive-ins, some actual theaters, and also VOD at the same time. Now, this is a movie I said from the beginning, I can see this totally go to streaming. I'm even surprised, like, in not Corona era, it would go to theaters. I'm surprised about that. Not in any negative way. I'm just surprised.
Okay. Yeah. In the United States, Bill and Ted's fucking huge, though. Like, it's huge. It's a huge cult thing. Like this film wasn't gonna make like $100 million, but it was at least gonna make like $30 million or so. And the first film was actually made in Arizona, so like in Arizona, Bill and Ted is a huge thing. So like I'm actually really excited for this film, but I'm with you. I'm happy that it's going to VOD with you because now you get to see it. Yeah. But the also big thing about that is I get to see it too because theaters are still closed in Arizona right now. They just reclosed again like 20 days ago. And I'm excited to see Bill and Ted because I like the first two a lot. I think they're so much fun. And I'm going to be honest. Did you watch the new trailer?
The one that just came out yesterday? Yeah. No, I didn't.
Okay, so I'm not going to say what's going to happen. It does show. It does. I'll be honest. It does show a lot. And the film, I think, is only like an hour and a half. So, but I don't care. It just looks radical, dude. It's like party on and be excellent. You know, like I am so fucking excited for this. And Bill and Ted VOD, I'm all for it, man. This is VOD in theater. You know, like and I'll say this. The film's coming out. I think what they should do, theater for 1 or 2 weeks, then VOD.
That would not I'm not saying I don't think they should do that for every movie, but
I can see some of these smaller films.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely, how excited are you for this film?
Oh, I still have to see the second one. I've never seen the second one.
Second one's cool. It's not great, but the first one's great. I'm gonna be honest. I think this one's gonna be better than the first, though. And that sounds like blasphemy, but I have a gut feeling it is.
Yeah, I hope so too, man. It's been a long time coming, and this is one of those. It's actually one of those movies that it feels right that the third one, or even if it was just the second one, takes place so many years later after the previous ones. This is one of those that feels right. So, are we finally nighting something today, Zach?
Yes, I'll night this.
I'll night this too. All right, moving on to our penultimate topic: New Mutants. It showed some new footage.
Did you watch this? Did you actually watch it?
I saw the trailer. I didn't see the opening scene.
Dude, I was going to say, it should be flipped for you. You should have watched the opening scene. Nothing got shown. Nothing got shown. But it was cool. It was cool. It was Ren. The opening scene is literally a minute. Okay. Not including the studio logos and stuff. It's literally a minute.
Yeah.
So
I'll maybe watch it after this.
Okay. Yeah. So I gotta say this. You and me, I think, are the biggest defenders for this damn film. That trailer was awesome. That trailer was amazing. That trailer. So the opening scene was decent. It was fine. It's a little weird though because in the context, I can see where they're going with, but it just ends so abruptly that I'm like, okay, it didn't really feel like an opening scene. Okay. And I saw some people giving shit about it, but it's interesting. It gets me in, but I wanted to see more. I think it should have been actually a little more than that. But that trailer was fucking awesome. That trailer looks better than Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, honestly, everything other than Logan in the last like 5 years.
How dare you?
Honestly, it looked better than Days of Future Past. I'll say that right now. But
if we had a guest here, I'd kick you out.
I would fucking shoot you. But dude, it looks awesome. Magic fucking sword slaying.
Awesome.
What are the guys? Mr. Smiley. What's Mr. Smiley's name? I don't know who the fuck that is. See, that's the villain.
I'm blanking. I know who it is.
When we did
but I'm blanking.
New Mutants, that's the character I didn't want you to see.
Oh,
okay. Already, so I knew he was going to be in it. But it just looks cool. It looks horrific. It keeps with the horror film. And then the runtime got announced of an hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, talking to some people, I have found out that has always been the runtime, no matter what. They did not cut a lot of scenes out. They did cut certain things out, but overall, it was because of the overall thing. This is Josh Boone's, or is it Josh Boone? Josh Boone?
Josh Boone.
Okay, Josh Boone. This is his version. This is not, I mean, maybe it's not his full director's cut, but this is his director's vision. There's a lot of, and from what I understand, there are a lot of reasons to why this is not on VOD or streaming right now. I still think it is going to go on streaming and VOD. There's no way it hits its theater release date. There's just zero possibility at this point that it does.
Yeah.
Unless theaters magically open up and stuff like that. But I gotta be honest, man. I'm more hyped out of this film than I would ever be. The posters looked cool, what they were showing. They didn't really talk about much, honestly, and it makes me sad that I know he was talking about doing a trilogy and what he wanted to do. It makes me sad that we won't get that personally, but who's to say if this film isn't successful? Disney isn't like, hey, just finish it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I agree.
Disney's all about money. I mean, that's the truth. They're not going to use these characters in the MCU. You know, and I doubt this film is even connected to the X-Men. And if it was, that's probably what he cut out, to be completely honest. So, you know, you could do one of three things: connected to Deadpool, have it connected to Deadpool, have Josh Boone take on the Deadpool character, which I'm going to be honest, I actually wouldn't mind that at all because I like his romance flair and I would love for him to tackle that Vanessa romance with Deadpool, or just have it be its own standalone thing. I'd pay for it.
Yeah. I personally rather see its own thing, but I'm not opposed to see it joining Deadpool. I love the footage that I saw, man. The Demon Bear looks incredible. The thing that they talked about with possibly making a trilogy and finishing up with the Inferno storyline, that's insane. I told you that I couldn't see it being anything but rated R in live action, but with things like demons and superpowers and whatnot, they could get around it and have it being PG-13. So I guess that's
possible. Like blood and stuff. If it's coming from demons, if it's like any other color than red, it automatically be R. Which is like a big thing on like Breaking Dawn Part 2 was supposed to be rated R, but it's not because they did that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I liked what I saw, man. Whether it comes out in theaters or VOD, I'm super excited for August 28th. For now, maybe next week when we talk about it again, we'll say we're excited for another date to see New Mutants. But nevertheless, man.
You know what's getting... And also, I found out that panel was recorded and uploaded like 5 days beforehand.
Oh, wow.
So maybe someone was lazy. But also, I will say the opening of it when it was like crossing out the dates, I'm like, they're just using it as the marketing now.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's clever. That's really clever of them.
Yeah.
So
they're into it. I like it. So we're knighting this. We're knighting the footage.
Yeah,
we're knighting New Mutants footage. All right, everyone. Before we get to your live questions, throw them down in the comments. And by the way, whether you want to see us or just listen to us, you can find this episode and all the others on Spotify and iTunes. The links are in the description. So go ahead and let us accompany you in the gym. With our.
Hey, can I say one thing to you? Are you surprised that A24 has not done any VOD stuff?
Kind of. I mean, like, not Green Knight particularly. I really want to see that in
at
theaters.
This point. Saint Maud.
Saint Maud. I agree.
I know they did First Cow, but that already had come out beforehand. But it's just weird to me. I mean, Green Knight. I've said this. The most disappointing thing about South by Southwest being canceled was I did get a ticket to go see it at the premiere. Like A24, it was so cool. The rep, I emailed her. I was like, because they give you the contact information. So I emailed. I was like, hey, my name is Zach, blah, blah. And she replied back going, I loved your reviews of Waves. She goes, of course we will get you a ticket. She goes, I want you to see this film. And I was like, oh my God, she knew me. So then we talked a little bit more, and she told me that like she really liked my Midsummer one because I had dressed up like with fucking flower shit for my screener. So yeah, I was so disappointed. But the Green Knight, I'm so excited for that film. So excited for that movie. Yeah. So
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Illuminati Marvel still we got to talk about though.
Yes, it's being rumored that the Illuminati are being...
Which, can you explain this? Because I don't even really know what the Illuminati is, to be honest with you.
The Illuminati is basically a secret group gathering several members from several superhero teams. There's Iron Man, there's Beast, there's Professor Xavier, there's Black Panther, there's Mr. Fantastic. And basically, Doctor Strange is there. Basically, what they do is they oversee and they inform each other of what their teams are doing. And maybe they're causing problems that they shouldn't, that this group doesn't agree with. So what I can say is they're kind of the secret entity that governs above all teams.
So like the real Illuminati.
Yes. For instance, they're the group that ends up throwing Hulk into space where he lands on planet Sakaar, and then he comes back to get revenge, not on the Illuminati, but on the Avengers. And they have a lot of members on the Illuminati. So basically, the Illuminati are a group of good people, of good guys, of superheroes doing kind of sketchy things behind their friends' backs. That's basically it.
So how do you think they would do this? Would it be a movie? Would it be a show? Would it just be set up and be like a thing lingering in the background?
I don't think we're getting a movie called The Illuminati. I think it's one of those things that it's happening like you have an Avengers movie, and then let's say you have a post-credit scene, and you have...
I have an idea of who's could left. Be in it. I think Nick Fury. I think Nick Fury.
Nick Fury could be in
this iteration of him.
Yes.
I think Nick Fury. I think we already kind of talked about this together, but Nick Fury, Professor X, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther. But I also want to say this: I don't think they're going to put Captain Marvel in there because I think what they're going to do is have this group, but have it set up for the next Civil War.
I don't want to... I mean, I know they could do it complete. I don't like a Civil War 2 very much.
I don't like it either, but I still want to see that next iteration because heroes will always defer. They're always going to fight and stuff. But I think it would be really cool. Now, I will say this, though. Captain Marvel in this universe right now is way too fucking overpowered. Like, obviously, she is the strongest Avenger, you know? But even when I read that comic, I was like, but wouldn't she just smash through his suit? Like, right through it, you know? But I think that's something that could happen is that she gets pissed. Like, a bunch of them find out and get pissed at, like, why do you guys have this secret group, you know? Yeah. So it's interesting. Maybe, you know what? What if the She-Hulk series, like season 2 or whatever, they blast her off instead into space?
I want them, if they're not doing that with a Hulk, I want them to do something completely different with someone else.
Red Hulk, maybe.
Still, the whole thing about Red Hulk is that he's
out. I lifted my arm over to boot you out, and I couldn't.
The Red Hulk, the whole point of Red Hulk is that he's not the Hulk. He is in control.
He's up there right
different. Now. He is right here. No, you can't see him.
No, that Hulk is only available at Target in the United States, and the day every Target only got one, and they didn't even announce it was coming out. It was just Target had them out. So I drove to 5 Targets to find it. Every time I got to one, that someone would be grabbing it and walking out with it. But the final one, this dude was in the back, searching, looking, all that stuff. I walk up, he goes, "Here you go, I found it." I'm like, I could marry you right now, man.
All right, for members of the Illuminati, I'm not thinking X-Men yet, because when they bring X-Men, they are bringing most of them right away. So I'm not thinking X-Men yet. I'm thinking Doctor Strange, which, by the way, I'm going to get into characters who could beat Captain Marvel. So members of the Illuminati in the MCU, I could see Doctor Strange. I could see Black Panther. Yep. Mr. Fantastic. I could totally see Captain Marvel. If Nick Fury is in there, I don't see the use for Captain Marvel, and same for the other way around.
Yeah.
But there's someone who I actually think could be in there, being the Illuminati member who surveils Captain Marvel and Nick Fury, and that is Talos. They want to give a bigger role to Talos in the MCU. I could see Hulk, since he is now Smart Hulk, and he has his brain in place.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think happens first, Secret Invasion or Galactus?
Galactus.
Really?
100%. Yes.
I think it's the opposite.
All right.
I mean, I think Galactus will be hinted at. Like, I think what's going to happen is they're going to do Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, right? And that'll be the next big structure. And I think Phase 6 ends with Secret Invasion. Like, that'll be their big film. With Galactus and Silver Surfer and all that kind of being imminent of coming in. But my thing is, once you do Galactus, that's it.
You know what? I think Galactus comes first because of this. Galactus has got to come in with Fantastic Four. That's got to be something that you do right away. Not that you bring Galactus in the first movie, but that you start to tease him, and then he hits on the conclusion of that phase. The Secret Invasion, for me, if you want to bring Galactus in, wouldn't make sense on the long run, because the Skrulls will have no use for a planet who Galactus is an imminent threat to. So if they just conquer a planet and they just know Galactus is coming, why would they even conquer that planet?
That's true.
So I want Galactus to come first, and then, since they defeated Galactus, the Skrulls now see an opportunity to take over this planet.
That makes sense. Because I'm going to be honest, eventually Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans will somehow have some sort of role in this world again. Not soon, but in the next 10, 15 years.
You know what I'd love to see is seeing them as Skrulls. They just come back, and half the people are happy, half the people are pissed, and then turns out they're Skrulls.
So I think that would be cool. I also think if Galactus comes into play, I think they'll somehow use Thanos.
That's good too.
Because you have Death. Good. You still have they have not touched on Death yet. Nope. But they're getting into that demonic shit soon with probably the next Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I mean, again, people will get pissed that they didn't kill Thanos, but timelines now. Time travel is a possibility in this world. Yeah. And who says you don't go back and say they need all the stones? Like, what if they're like, we need all the stones to kill Galactus?
Yeah, I agree.
So there's some cool things with that, man.
By the way, another person who could be there in the Illuminati is maybe, and depends on what happens after Thor 4, but either Valkyrie or Jane Foster, if she stays in the MCU as a Thor, could be there to surveil the Asgardians.
This is Chris Hemsworth's last film as Thor.
I don't think it's his last film as Thor. I think it might be the last Thor film.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a big possibility.
Okay. I think there will be more Thor films, but it'll be through Valkyrie or Jane Foster.
Yes, I can see that. I think this will be the last film we see him as Thor, as the main character in a Thor movie. Yeah. But I think we'll see Thor in other movies, in Avengers movies, like Chris Hemsworth Thor. All right. Are we uniting this, the possibility of the Illuminati coming into the MCU?
I think it's interesting. Interesting.
I think so, too. I kind of hate the Illuminati, but that's kind of the point of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to your live not Twitter questions. Your live questions.
Live super chat questions. There's 9 of you in there. We want 9 questions popping up every 20 seconds. Now, if they're not good, we will not answer them because we don't want to.
And be creative, everyone. Don't be afraid to ask anything. If we don't want to answer, we'll just not answer, but feel free to ask anything. All right, Zach, let's start. Deep Into the Film Score asks, what's your favorite MCU storyline?
Oh, good question. So I like the new one. Going to see in Black Widow, the Russian one. It looks really cool in my opinion, and I like the Russian aspects and everything that they're kind of doing about that, but I say digress. I will be honest though. My favorite MCU storyline is anything with Star-Lord and Rocket and just the Guardians. I mean, that's I've always been a keen to them, but I will say because there's so many different storylines, I guess it's kind of tough to go about. But I also will say I love what they're doing with Spider-Man right now, especially after Far From Home.
Yeah. It would be a cheat to just say the Infinity Saga, but I'll say the whole bringing the Avengers together. The first act of that movie is like, holy shit, it's such a good build-up. I love it.
Can I market it? My dad is ranking all Phase 1 tomorrow, and Ren, you will be most of you will be like, I fucking hate his ranking, but his number one, a lot of people will be excited about.
Yes.
So I will say that. So definitely.
All right. Deep to the Film Score asks, what 3 X-Men comics storylines do you want to see in the MCU? By the way, I can't talk. I'm not sure what the last part means, but what 3 X-Men comic book storylines do you want to see in the MCU, Zach? If you know, like, any names come to your head.
I want a better Apocalypse. I want Apocalypse. Anything that the franchise fucked up, I want to be. Can I just be? I don't know. I'm not big on the X-Men comics, to be honest with you. So I only know the ones that they've kind of done for the movies that I've read. So this is more of a question for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at comic book storyline. I definitely want to see Age of Apocalypse, and that doesn't mean like Apocalypse. I liked Apocalypse, but it never felt like Age of Apocalypse, and I don't even think that was the point. But Age of Apocalypse, I want to see, or Apocalypse the 12. That's a really good one. It's easy to say Dark Phoenix Saga again. House of M, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see Avengers versus X-Men. Messiah Complex is really good. I know I'm saying more than 3, but I'm just showing my geek card here. Schism is really good, but that's got to have years of build up to it. Regenesis.
Someone said Hellfire Club. I would really like that.
Hellfire Club is really good. I'm looking. There's one that I'm missing the name. That's something Men Kills. I'm missing the first half of the name. That storyline is really good, but that's it. Those are the ones that everyone see. Denny K Reviews asks, which The Last of Us games is better? I'm still playing the second one, so no spoilers, please. Don't worry, no spoilers here. I'm going to pass this one to you, Zach, because for me, it's really hard to answer because I played the first one so close to the second one. I kind of see them as completing each other, and in a good way. The second one gave me the more emotional heights in terms of story and acting and just everything narrative-wise. But I don't see it working as well without me playing the first one. I need that so much. How about you?
I'm going to tell you right now, same thoughts. I don't think one or the other is better. I think, obviously the second one has better combat, better graphics, better this, better that. But you can't have the second one without the first. And for me, I don't even think you can play the first one without having the second one. I think they're so intertwined with their thematics. The first one's all about finding love, and this one's all about pain and regret and revenge. And it baffles me that people don't like this fucking game. It baffles me that people do not like the second game. It really baffles me. I just will never understand it. I will be defending the second game till I die. I really will. I think the second game, I don't know. They're both my favorite games of all time now. The first one's always been my favorite, but the second one's up there right with it too. I will never be able to decide or defer. They're both, the same.
All right. Geekly Gods, our friends, asks, what are both of your favorite top 3 Sith Lords? Want to go, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
I have 2 cliched answers and one that isn't cliched. Number 1, Darth Vader. It's my favorite villain of all time in anything. I prefer Darth Vader to the Joker. It's true, but Joker is second. Number 2, Tulak Horde. He doesn't exist anymore technically. He's not canon anymore, but he's in comics and books of old canon, so go check him out. He's the most violent Sith you'll ever find. I'll write the name in the chat right now. Tulak Horde. So go check that guy out. And number 3, Darth Sidious, Palpatine. Papa Palpatine.
The pedophile.
Those are my top 3. Exactly.
Pedophile. Okay, so mine, Darth Nihilus. Is that how you say him?
Darth Nihilus.
Revan. And I want to say, honestly, I really like Bane. I like Bane
too.
And everything.
Bane is probably my 4th or 5th.
I'm going a little bit different because you said a lot of people who are still in canon, so I kind of wanted to go with ones that aren't in canon. But
Tulak Horde is not canon anymore.
Yeah, and I like him a lot too. But yeah, those are my personal favorites, like going outside of canon. Just because if we're going canon, what is it? Maul, not really anymore. Vader,
Vader and Palpatine. That's it.
Kylo's not. Snoke's not. Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Yeah, that's Tyrannus.
I saw. Okay, what about what's her fucking name?
Asajj.
That's
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah.
She's a Sith. She's not a Lord, but she's a Sith.
Okay, I like her. Honestly, I want to say this. Did you ever beat Jedi Fallen Order yet?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. What's the girl's name that Darth Vader kills at the end?
Tilla. Trilla.
Dude, I want a fucking spin off of her.
Yeah,
for that game. I thought she was such an interesting character.
Yeah, I like her too.
So, but yeah.
Demonition Scott asks, "Hey fellas, what's your dream car?"
Can I go with this one?
Yeah, go.
Herbie full loaded. I don't want to drive. I just want to sit in the back of the car.
Nice one. Not that I have a license, not that I have a car, but my dream
don't have a license?
car. No. Oh. My dream car is a Hummer. I just like Hummers, dude. I look at the car, like, I want that car.
What age can you get a license?
16.
Okay, 16 out here too.
And you can drink at 18.
Oh, here you have to wait till 21.
I know. You guys suck.
No, it's easy to get all that stuff still.
What's your dream Star Wars movie? Ooh.
Old Republic, doesn't matter. Just give me it. Or Darth Bane movie.
I want to, honestly, it's never going to happen because he's canon now in a different way, but I want to see the original Thrawn trilogy in the movie.
I think he's going to show up.
I think he's showing up too, but he's not on that time frame anymore because the original Thrawn exists right after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. You know who? You know who would have been a really cool Thrawn? Hugh Grant. Like after seeing him in Rise of Skywalker, I think he would have fucking destroyed.
Oh, Richard He Grant.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Richard D. Grant, not Hugh Grant.
I was like, Hugh Grant was in Rise of Skywalker.
No, Richard D. Grant. Yeah, Richard D. Grant.
Yeah, he would be really good.
He was literally stole every scene he was in. You could tell he was having the best time of his life during.
I agree. I completely agree. Dominican Scott asks, "Is New Mutants still going to hit its theater release?"
You know as much as we do.
Exactly. This is a good one. Off the top of our head, Zach. Top 5 unpopular movie opinions.
Iron Man 3 is the best Iron Man film. Magic Mike's not a bad movie. Uncut Gems is a masterpiece. I just said that one to piss you off. I don't think it's perfect. I think I have like one issue with it. Kung Fu Panda 2 is the best DreamWorks film. I stand by that. I think that trilogy is so underrated. I think that trilogy is better.
I love those movies.
Ouija Origin of Evil is actually really scary. And
never seen it.
Really? It's made by Mike Flanagan.
I know. I suck.
Savages is underrated as well. It might be the best Oliver Stone film. But real fast, going back to Ouija, let me tell you this. I remember where my group of friends wanted to go see it. I'm like, oh.
Because you saw the first one?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, seriously? I do not want to go see this. So then I got dragged there. I said, I'm not watching this, like, unless you pay for my ticket. So they paid for my ticket, and we're sitting there, and I see directed by Mike Flanagan. I said, oh, I should get up. I should wake up. And it's fucking scary, dude. It's fun. It's a fun little horror film. It is really fun.
All right. It's hard not to say I think Men of Steel is a masterpiece. That's super unpopular.
Is that unpopular now?
I think so. Every time I talk to a group of people, there's at least one that goes, what else? Alita Battle Angel is really bad.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's really bad.
Get the fuck out of here, man. The romance is the worst part of that film. Besides that, the
story is the worst part.
No, it's not. The story
She's invincible
is really cool.
throughout the whole film.
I don't give a fuck, man.
I do.
You know how many times there's an invincible character? Captain Marvel, fucking Captain America, fucking Iron Man. I don't give a fuck. They're all invincible until they I want to give one the other way around. Just said the Alita Battle Angel sucks. I want to find a movie that most people thought sucked, but I thought was really good. Fast and Furious movies are a beautiful masterpiece.
Oh, Fast and Furious 6 is the best Fast and Furious movie, not 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I used to say 8 was my favorite until I started rewatching all of them. I really like 8. I think 8 has some of the best action scenes.
I really like 8 too. I really like 5, but I think 6 is really good. Actually,
Can I be honest? I've only seen 6 once. I was very disappointed in it when I first watched it.
6 for me is the best one. It has the best villain. Luke Evans is the best villain in that franchise.
I will agree. I think the villain is the best part about that film.
Age of Ultron is super underrated. Like massively criminally.
I think it's better than the first.
Oof. God damn it. You had to get me with that one.
Warcraft Warcraft is the best video game movie.
No, you misspelled Prince of Persia.
Prince of fucking Persia is so underrated. Awesome. I don't give a fuck. I'm with you. Prince of Persia, literally, I don't get why people now, yes, Jake Gyllenhaal is not Persian. That was a big thing. Whatever.
Of course.
Besides that film got literally the game right. It literally got the game right. Also, Predator, better than Alien. Just saying.
Ooh. All right.
When you go I'm gonna go grab water real fast while you're going.
All right, go ahead. Do you play online video games? We've never played with each other. I'm actually not much of an online player myself. I play a few games with friends. I play Rocket League and Speedrun. It's just small little games that don't have a story or anything like it. But like big games, no, because I just don't appreciate online playing with other people. But I've never played with Zach. I never played anything with Zach.
Download Fortnite. Let's play.
No.
Why?
Get out.
What do you want to play then? What do you want to play then?
Do you have Rocket League?
I fucking hate that game.
Yeah, I
suck at it so bad. I'm so bad at it.
I suck at it too. Let's play
together. I'm so bad at that game.
Do you have speedrunners? Get speedrunners.
No, I don't. But
speedrunners is really fun. Speedrunners is really fun.
So, asking, do you play online games with others? Sometimes. I've definitely gone more solo. Definitely the last 5-6 years, just because work, school, this. I don't have time to play like Call of Duty like I used to, where I could literally like go professional type shit. Like when Modern Warfare 2 came out, I could have arguably gone professional. Like I would have argued that I could have. I was so fucking good at that game, and I suck at Call of Duty now. Fortnite, I used to be really good at, not the best anymore. Gears of War though, I'm starting to get back into that. Catch me on that. I'll fucking blast your ass off. That's still, I mean, I when Gears 3 was out, my KD ratio, which is kill death ratio for people who don't know, it was like a 4.5. It was a joke. Like I never fucking died in that game. This Gears of War game, I definitely die a lot more because I'm not used to how the movement is still. But yeah, no, Gears. That's the only game I still play. But online with others, like honestly, I just play Battle Royale with my friends, like Modern Warfare, Warzone, or Fortnite. I know me and Tyler Tompkins sometimes play. But yeah, that's really it.
All right. Thoughts on the Wonder Woman 1970s show? I've never seen it.
Don't care to.
All right. Do you watch anime ever? I do watch anime. I know what Rosario Vampire is. I've never seen it. Have you seen it, Zach?
Don't have time. I'm not even going to try.
You'll never watch Boku no Hero Academia, will you?
No, I want to, dude. I want you to know. I really want to, but like I told myself I need to finish Naruto, but I haven't even like started it again. It's just because like when I'm going to bed, I'm so tired. I'm more like just want to throw on The Office, where I don't have to really pay attention to it.
Because I've already seen it.
Yeah, and it's like anime. It's like I have to watch it. If I can't watch it dubbed, you know, it's kind of harder for me because then I legit need to read.
Yeah, same.
So, and then I need to put time towards it, which sucks because anime is like my favorite form of like entertainment. I just don't have time to watch it. Like that's what sucks. Like Dragon Ball, fuck. You know how many times I've watched that, or Dragon Ball Z? Thousands. But
same. And you still got to watch Super now.
You know, I started it. It's tough.
The first two arcs are tough. The first two arcs are tough.
Can I just skip them, or do I need to watch? I already seen the movie.
Yeah, you can skip it.
Oh,
you can totally skip them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna skip
sure. By the way, I got an anime monthly review coming this week, and I just got my hands on. Since we're talking anime, I got my hands on a movie that's coming out later in September. But I have a friend who lives in Japan, so I'm seeing something.
What it is or no?
I can say what it is. There's I am about to watch in the next few days. I'll be watching the latest, the ending of the original Digimon Adventure, Digimon Last Evolution.
Dude, that's awesome.
That. Yeah,
the original Digimon movie, underrated. People talk about Pokemon movie. That Digimon movie was the fucking shit.
The Diaboromon movie.
Yes,
the one in the computer.
I used to own it too. I used to watch both of those like on.
I have it on VHS,
too. Dude. I still have all my Digimons. Still have all my Digimon. Keep talking. I'm gonna go see if I can find them real fast.
All right, go ahead. So yes, I am about to watch in the next few days Digimon Adventure Last Evolution, which I'm really excited about. I've seen a little too much stuff than I would like to, and the movie is only 94 minutes long. But I'm really excited for it, and I'll definitely be reviewing it on the channel, as well as this week's anime series review, which I'm keeping under wraps until I upload the video to show you guys. So stay tuned for that one. All right, Zeke Gonzalez and Sully asks, have you ever broken a bone? I have. I cracked my head open right behind a lot of times when I was a kid, because I was always trying to climb to high places. So that's technically breaking a bone. I broke my skull, and I broke a toe once, and I think that is it.
No, I've never broken a bone though.
You've never broken a bone? All right.
No.
Oh, there it is, the original.
So let's see what's in here. Got this, dude.
Floramon. I got him too.
I'm just gonna. Are these the same figures you have?
Yes.
The tiny ones.
Yeah. That's Tankmon. I have that one too.
I want
remember.
I want everyone to know.
Oh my god.
This whole thing is damn filled up.
Holy crap, I love this.
I have a lot.
Oh, Paldramon. I have one in a different position.
There we go. There's another one.
Oh, I don't remember the name on that one, but that's from the Diaboromon chain.
Okay, here's another one.
Oh, that's Metal Grolmon.
Okay, this one.
That's Magnadramon. I have that one too. By the way, I have this Paldramon.
Oh,
it's in a different position. Yeah.
Do you have them all like standing up?
Not right now, but I used to, and I'm planning on putting them all standing up.
Dude, this is bringing back memories. I love this guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's Metal Mamemon.
God, how do you know all these characters?
I know it all, dude. I'm showing my geek card. I'm not even hiding it. Plus, I've seen the shows multiple times through it. That's Ankylomon. I have that one too.
So my dad used to always go on business trips when I was younger, and every time he came back, he would bring me like a bunch of these guys.
Oh, that's Datamon.
Dude, where's like my main ones?
Oh, my main ones are all here.
Those are the ones I'm looking for. Yeah. They're probably all at the fucking bottom. All right, let's go to the next question while I'm looking.
All right. You have never broken a bone. You've answered that. Next question. What's your favorite news this week? Oh, that's Gargomon.
Dude, I gotta be honest. This show was violent.
Yes, the third season especially. What's your favorite news this week, Zach? The fact that I'm watching Digimon Last Evolution.
Honestly, probably, yeah. Oh, news for me. I get to watch Umbrella Academy.
Ah, son of a bitch. This week.
The Boys season 2.
Oh yes,
season trailer. Yes. That was really cool. That clip, yeah.
And the fact that it's already renewed for season 3.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah. Not eating that.
Deep into the films.
Hey, can I be honest? I don't think I have the main characters on the front of this bag.
I mean, you have at least 2. You showed Paldramon
or if I
and
did,
Ankylomon.
Yeah, but I meant like the original forms.
Oh yeah. I wish I had them all in a better place because I can just grab them.
I was a spoiled little kid.
All right. Did you know Roger Deakins visualized Rise of the Guardians and How to Train Your Dragon? I didn't always know that, but I did find that out like 2-3 years ago, something like that. Oh, Puppetmon. That's son of a bitch. I hate that guy.
Hey, do you remember Zatch Bell?
I've never seen it. I know it's one of your favorites, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it got canceled, so they never finished it. So that was cool.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done looking. Too much shit.
All right. MF Belgium says, "Oh, Wimpmon, I love him. I have his evolution. Hang on. I'll answer your question." MF
Belgium. I found this one. I love this. Is my favorite one.
That X Viamon. That's from the second one. From the second.
If we're losing views, I'm sorry. I don't give a
fuck. Favorite non-MCU Marvel movie? It's gotta be Logan.
Logan, yeah, or Deadpool. Logan, Deadpool, or Spider-Verse.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm ready to say, and I'll tell you this right now: Spider-Verse and Logan are the best comic book films ever made.
Ooh,
better than The Dark Knight. Sorry. Because guess what? I'll tell you this. You know what has a better action sequence? Logan and Spider-Verse.
All right. The Venetian Scott asks, are both you guys picking up Xbox and PlayStation? No, only PlayStation for me. How about you, Zach? Both. Deep into the Film Score asks, favorite X-Men movie not counting Logan? Days of Future Past.
Class. That's First Class.
Days of Future Past.
Get
for
the
me.
fuck out of here. That movie's so
You get the fuck out of here. MF Belgium says Dark Phoenix or Amazing Spider-Man 2? Dark Phoenix. Easy.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
How dare you? Favorite CW show ever?
None. Honestly, though, if I'm being honest, Smallville.
I hate that. I used to say that Smallville is the reason why Superman would turn evil if it was real. I gotta go Arrow. Like off the top of my head, I don't think I've watched many CW stuff outside of the Arrowverse, Supernatural, and the 100. And I'm very behind on the 100. But
you know what? Arrow. The 100 is actually really good.
It is.
I'm behind on it too.
It is. Have you seen Groundhog Day? No, I have not. Never.
Overrated.
Hey Ren, what website do you buy your action figures collection next to you? I either buy them in my local comic book shop or at Forbidden Planet when I'm in London, and I have a few figures over there in my house, or on Amazon. Easy peasy.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're in the United States, Target, Walmart, comics book shops, GameStop, all good choices. Amazon, but Entertainment Earth.
That's a good one.
Has almost everything, or just straight from Hasbro. I mean, just straight from Hasbro is usually sometimes the best. Like I just pre-ordered the Deadpool sets from the movie because they have Domino, Deadpool, Nuggets on it. So I pre-ordered all those. I pre-ordered Old Man Logan and with Hugh Jackman and Professor X, and then I did Old Man Logan from the comics with Hawkeye. I just wanted the Hawkeye figure. That's literally the only reason I want that.
Are you guys big Power Rangers fans? Yes. I don't think Zach is. I am.
The OG first season. That was my shit. That was my fucking shit. Everything past that I didn't love, but that first arc of it was my favorite.
I watch it to this day. I'm very behind on Beast Morphers, but I'm not enjoying.
Is it still as cheesy? Is it still as cheesy?
Probably yes. I mean, it's a different kind of cheese because with the times it changes, but I'll say yes, and that's part of the charm. If you can bring a guest right now, who would it be?
Chris Tuckman.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of anyone big. I was thinking of the people we know. But you're right, Chris Tuckman. Yeah, for sure. Your dream houses. Do you mean like in location, or do you want me to describe a
location?
House?
Let's just do location. Beach house, done.
Oh, you went more. I was going to say like LA or Australia.
Beach house in California, 3-story place, basement, middle, top. Basement would be my man cave. Done and done. I don't ever have to leave.
And a theater room in it, also a home gym, a fully equipped home gym. A pool and a jacuzzi. That's it. What video games and movies will you defend until death?
Last of Us Part 2.
True.
Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2. And Last of Us Part 2.
Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Gay.
What?
Terrible. Worst
The
one.
Skylanders franchise is really fun.
Honestly, yeah. Spyro was better than Crash Bandicoot.
In Skylanders, yes. The Spyro games, I prefer that.
I'll defend for the rest of my life.
I mean, I'll defend it too. I just don't like the ending.
Get the fuck out of here. I'll defend that.
You get the fuck out of here. This is my stream. You don't have the power here. On Sunday, you get to decide.
I'm
if
Jesus
you're doing
Christ. I can do whatever I want.
No, I'm Jesus Christ. I have the long hair.
I am Jesus. You are Christ.
What movies will I defend until I die? John Carter, for sure.
That movie's underrated.
That movie is
okay.
awesome.
I've never finished it, but from what I saw, yeah, I own it too. Dude, I went to a store yesterday, and they had a deal: 15 Blu-rays for $35.
What? And you bought all those that you posted on Twitter?
Yeah, like I got the original film that Ang Lee made, and I never saw it. Oh yeah,
you don't have to. You can just return that one.
No, I want to.
Yes, no, you don't. Trust me.
Hey, there's something about those old films that I kind of like appreciate and like. I got Magic Mike. I got Requiem for a Dream. I've never seen that.
Oh, Requiem for a Dream is tough.
I got the Transformers The Last Night.
Oh, nice.
Terrible movie, but I'm so excited.
It's terrible, but I have OCD, so I understand collecting it, even though I didn't.
That's how I am. I own every single one except that one.
Favorite moment in the last 3 podcast episodes. What's our favorite moments in the last 3?
That's tough. That's research. They're all fun. I mean, I don't really have you know what I mean? Like, they're all just fun.
This might be a cheat, but the episode where we came back from my break really meant a lot to me because guys were active on the chat and it was all Q&A.
That was fun because there was a lot of people in the chat.
Yeah, that one meant a lot to me. So thank you guys. It's probably a cheat, but that one's my favorite for obvious reasons. Zach, is Deadpool reviewing porn?
No.
Quick answer. Do you think the next generation will look at the sequel trilogy of Star Wars much differently than people today?
Yes.
I think so. I think so.
Anyone growing up right now that grows up the sequel trilogy, that's going to be their favorite. Anyone who grew up with the prequel trilogy, that's going to be their favorite. And anyone who grew up the original trilogy, that's going to be their favorite.
Yeah. DPT Film Score asks, are you doing that Twitter invite a guest thing again? I thought about doing it. I'll tell you this. I thought about doing it like you did on your live stream last Sunday. I didn't plan on it, and I decided not to do it because I wasn't sure until we started that my computer was going to work. And with me being on the phone, and if I didn't have the best available equipment for myself, I felt bad in inviting a guest over and judging their setup and whatnot. But maybe next time we will do it.
Yeah, and then for this Saturday, just for people, this Sunday, I will not be doing that. Just because I'm gonna have you on, Ren, Cody, and then I maybe have one other guy on who I've been watching on YouTube who I really, really like. But mostly a lot of this next Sunday, we're gonna take your Ask Me Anythings, but Cody really wants to plug. I think he's doing a GoFundMe for his movie thing, so we want to plug that. Yeah, so we want to plug that as much as possible. So
yeah. Favorite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. hero or villain? Mine is Ward for both. Coulson and Sky, and Clairvoyant for villain. For hero, for sure, Coulson. For villain, I can't remember who Clairvoyant was, but if it was Sky / Daisy's father, I'll probably go with that one too. I loved Kyle MacLachlan.
I only saw the first 4 episodes and then gave up.
You gotta watch it, dude.
Aren't they like 20 episodes each?
Yes, they are. This last season, the season that is airing right now, which is going to be the last season, it's going to be only 13 or something.
Why can't they all be that?
Because ABC. Zach, this one's for you. Favorite season in Fortnite?
I don't remember because they all mix together and they're all garbage half the time, but I still play the game. Probably one of the original, and not the original, but probably like I really like the one with the airplanes because me and my friend loved getting an airplane and literally flying around for the whole fucking game. doing nothing. Literally, all we would do is just do tricks in the sky and then die. So,
all right. What's your Fortnite user?
I don't know off the top of my head, and I don't like giving my name out on the internet because then people add me and it's weird and I don't know them, and then I just kind of get weird about it. Like one time I did it, like when I was live streaming, someone saw my name and then I had like 30 friend invites, and I was like, oh. And I couldn't tell who was who, so I just stopped.
Favorite comic book superhero / teen that has yet to be adapted. I'm going to go back and just look at my comic books.
I don't count the Fantastic Four, so them. Or what's the group that's between it's like Ghost Rider, Moon Knight,
Thunderbolts?
No. Isn't there like something just with demons? I don't remember what it's called.
I don't think so.
There's something with demons. So. I'll look it up real fast.
At least I can't remember off the top of my head. For superhero, for me, Nova. 1,000,000% Nova. For team, I'm gonna go with something like Secret Avengers, something like that.
Okay.
Team, yeah.
That was mine. Secret Avengers. Okay. That's what I can remember.
Yeah. It might be a cheat because it's still technically an Avengers team, but that's it for me. No.
Oh, can I say the Sinister Six?
You can. Sure.
I want that. Yeah. I want that. Fuck anything else. Give me a villain group.
Zach, we don't have more questions at the moment, so while we wait, if you guys want to send any more questions, do you want to show us more Digimon?
No, I put them away.
Okay, I'm gonna pick mine now. I'm gonna get mine now.
All right, guys, we're gonna go for at least, let's say, just a little bit more. If you guys don't throw any more questions, we're gonna leave. We need some questions, guys. Just a little. Holy crap! Ren's pulling out the goods.
Okay, these are ones from like the 3rd and 4th season from Tamers and Frontier, which is my favorite season of Digimon. Because the ones from the first 2 are all the way back there, and I can't reach them. So you showed me Impmon. Here's Beelzemon. His final
that one's
Digivolution.
I have that one.
You have this one? Yeah.
I saw that one. Yeah, it's somewhere.
Where is my favorite Digimon? He is somewhere in this box. Do you have this one? This one's from the first season.
I don't have that one, but that one's cool. I remember him.
This one. Oh, crap. Where is he? Here he is. My favorite Digimon of all time. Let me just clean a little bit of the dust off him. And here he is. A Warrior of Fire.
That's awesome.
A Gonimon. Remember this one? This one's from the first season.
I do remember him.
Do you remember his name?
Frozen. I do remember him. I love him.
What else? This one is before one of the ones you showed me. It's the previous.
Oh, big claws, you know, is the scratchy.
Scratchy scratch.
Did you ever have a PS1?
Yes, I still have it.
Do you remember the original Digimon game for that?
You mean World or Rumble Arena?
Rumble Arena.
Yes.
That game
I still have it. It's
really?
Shit. And I love 2 as well. Do you remember this guy?
Hell yeah. See, that show's so underrated.
Yes, I love it. I still have all the episodes on my hard drive.
Yeah.
Yes, because I have it on my hard drive because I want a Portuguese dub, and the Portuguese dub isn't available anywhere, so I had to record. I had to transfer recorded episodes from the TV and bring it directly.
See, you are a diehard Digimon fan, then.
I am a diehard dude.
Yeah. By the way, how about we take a couple more questions, and then I think we'll be good.
All right. Unpopular opinion, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is amazing.
I like that movie.
All right.
It's grown on me. Definitely. I will give it that. The first half's definitely way better than the second, though. And I've always contended, if you would have flipped it, where it would have been they're already together, there's no relationship problems, it's just they're together, they're trying to save the dinosaurs. They find out that there's this mysterious house that's bidding people. They go there, then they find out about the island, and the film ends on them on the island. Dinosaurs are getting transferred, they're stuck with that dinosaur all sad and stuff, and that's where it ends. I think that would have been more exciting of a cliffhanger for the third film.
I still think the movie itself is written really stupidly. The thing that saves it for me is the direction by Jay Bayona.
And you know what? That's that. A lot of people ask, what's a bad script but a great direction? That film.
Yeah. By the way, we don't mind taking fuck, marry, kill. All right, Kenneth McLean here, a little late. Not sure if you've discussed it, but are you guys excited for Aiden Christensen returning for Kenobi? Supposedly, I'm not.
Depends how they use him, though.
Yes, I agree with that. But I just don't like the very idea that Obi-Wan and Anakin / Vader see each other in between Revenge and Star Wars.
I have a feeling that Kenobi is going to have a lot of flashbacks.
I wouldn't mind that.
That's what I think a lot of it is. I have a lot of feelings it's flashbacks. I will say this, though. I do think Ahsoka will be in that show, though.
In Kenobi?
Yes.
I'm not against that. I mean,
I do think Ahsoka will be in that show.
Yeah. Thoughts on Friday starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker?
Damn! Yeah, I like that movie.
The GIF is literally the only thing I know about that movie. Never seen it. What are your thoughts on the movie Chappie? Personally, I think it's Neil Blomkamp's most underrated film. I agree. It's not my favorite, but I really like it. I remember I saw that movie on my birthday.
Better than Elysium.
Ooh,
better than Elysium. District 9 is still a masterpiece, though. Top 10 of all time for me.
Yes, Elysium is still the better movie, though.
No,
Mic dropped. Moviegoer. Moviegoer 727. Favorite movie score, and furthermore, what was the first movie that you remember music sticking with you? Like singling out a single favorite movie score is tough for me. Which one is yours?
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would hum that damn thing. I literally, it's my, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, I just fucking love that film. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, it's great. I can't decide on a single favorite movie score, but the one that first stuck with me was the Lion King score.
Oh, okay. 100%. That's a good one. Did Jaws score ever stick with you? For me, it was good, but
the theme stuck with me, not the score. All right, we got a pretty easy one here. Fuck, marry, kill. Grace Randolph, Emilia Clarke, Emma Stone.
I'm not even gonna answer this because this is easy. The FMK, you already backwards that.
I'm going to marry Emilia Clarke. I'm going to fuck Emma Stone, and I'm going to kill Grace Randolph.
You're right.
Someone is now going to cut this and upload to Twitter the part where I say I'm going to Grace Randolph, and
please don't do that, guys. Please,
I'll be canceled.
There's no drama. We don't need drama for
that. All right. What are you guys' thoughts on Daredevil and Elektra? Both movies, but only the director's cut. I'm guessing you're saying you like both movies, but only the director's cut. I like Daredevil. Fine enough. I enjoy it. Elektra is a below average movie. It's not horrible. It's not one of the worst movies ever made, but it's below average.
Daredevil's director's cut's better than the original, but still not great. Elektra is fine. It's, again, nothing like Catwoman. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. It's just, I don't know. It's an early 2000s film.
Let's finish with this one. Connor Diaz asks, do you watch many other movie YouTubers? Do you want to start?
It's tough. I do at times. I try to, because I get busy and then I get sucked. Like I used to watch the Schmoes all the time. I used to listen to their podcasts. Right now, I just haven't lately. Schmodown I used to be really into, and I still want to be, but it's just like there's so much for it, and it's awesome how much there is for it, but it's too much of time. But definitely besides you, and all our friend group, Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, Flickpick. First day watch every single time. I will give a shout out to oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god. I'm gonna be so pissed that I can't remember it now because I was just watching one of his videos yesterday. Oh well, I guess it can't be that good if I can't remember.
I watch a lot of people. Of course, I watch Zach. I watch Stuckman, who inspired me to start my channel. I watch our friends, of course, Griffin, Film Speak, Sean Chandler. We've had on the show. By the way, I want to. In the next few episodes, I'm going to try to have. Let's try to have Sean in one episode and then Griffin in another, because we've had them before, but both at the same time. I want to have them.
I agree.
Separately, if for anything, just to have them again on the show. And yeah, I love the Schmodown. I watch the Schmodown. I'm not a fan of the podcast version of what Christian is doing now, but I'm a huge fan of Christian himself.
You know, it's funny. I'm a fan of it, but it did get a little repetitive during the quarantine, so I stopped watching it. I like when they have all the guests on. That's when it's like really cool for me. But I still really like it. But
yeah, same. And yeah, that's basically who I watch. Just to give shout out to a few of our fellow female content creators. Rachel Wagner is really awesome. Alyssa from Mainly Movies is really, really good. Our brother Dwayne from Cinemania World, he's got a show only dedicated to the female voices in his team, so go check that out. And yeah, I think off the top of my head, I think that's it. Yeah. All right, Zach, what are you up to, and where can people find you online?
Well, you guys can find me in Russia sometimes, but even on YouTube at Zach Pope. You know, to be honest, next week's weird. I haven't planned it yet. I've been so lazy. I mean, because like the next few days are so unpredictable because of Comic-Con. Like I have them off to just sit in my room, play games, and like wait for things to pop up. So it's kind of weird. So like I don't really have a schedule planned. But definitely next week, next week's the last week of July, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
So Blu-ray Hall definitely, Giant Hall, Midsummer, hopefully Director's Cut comes out next week, finally gets that. But yeah, I don't know. Next week's a little bit unpredictable, you know. Just like this fucking, I don't know. I'm just like, come on, guys, just release the movies. People wear a fucking mask, please. But yeah, Zach Pope, just find me anywhere. Just type that name in, and it's either gonna be me or a soccer player that pops up.
Yeah. All right, and all of Zach's links are in the description, and so are mine. You can find me everywhere at Ren Geekness, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tinder, and Instagram.
Do you guys have Tinder out there?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Have you ever used it?
I plead the fifth. By the way, I'm not at Ren Geekness on Instagram anymore. I'm at Ren Vieira 93. So search for that one. And I have very late reviews to give you during this weekend for Greyhound and Relic. And I'll also be watching The Rental, so probably tomorrow you'll get a review. And during next week, I'll probably give you my review for the anime season that I watched this month, as well as Digimon.
I was going to say,
Evolution.
dude, can I request an anime movie for you to watch? Unless you've already done a review of it. I don't think you have.
Go ahead.
The Boy and the Beast.
Yes!
Okay.
That was
have you already reviewed it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on my channel.
Okay.
Go and watch it and tell me how bad I am. Then
such a good movie. That movie's so
good,
underrated.
so good. That was my top 10 of the year.
Was it?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Nice.
All right, everyone. Thank you once more for watching Geeks of the Roundtable. We'll be coming back next week, probably on Friday, because there's usually the day you have off, Zach. Until then, don't forget to watch us on Spotify, iTunes, and stay tuned on both our channels for videos to come. And until then, love each other. Love the movies.